you really think marijuana is a gateway drug? Well, guess what? It is if psilocybin gets in.
Yes.
Because psilocybin can legitimately change the world.
It certainly can.
It really, I mean, I think marijuana can change the world, and I really do think that cannabis is changing people's perceptions and making people more calm and friendly. And even what they talk about with paranoia, I welcome that. And the reason why I welcome that is I think people are entirely too cocky.
Yeah.
The life we live is bizarre as you could ever imagine in a book, and we're just accustomed to it because it's our day-to-day existence.
Take it all for granted. Yeah.
Marijuana removes those blinders.
It does.
And it really makes you understand that this is a strange, strange life. And a lot of these pitfalls and problems that we have in our society are due to fear, and they're due to ignorance, and they're due to this lack of connection with each other. And cannabis and many of these other psychedelic drugs, they encourage this connection with each other, which is, I think, what we need.
It's certainly what we need, and it's an aberration in human culture that we've created a society that demonized these substances and that made them illegal. It's a relatively recent thing. It's really just the last 100 years. It's a tiny part of the human story, and yet we're so arrogant as a society that we could set aside thousands of years of human tradition and experience and wisdom working with the plant medicines. We just set it aside, turn them into criminal substances, and say we know everything. What a huge and stupid mistake that is. On cannabis as a quote-unquote gateway drug, it absolutely is in this sense that the legalization of cannabis is going to open the doors to, as you say, to the legalization of psychedelics, because what's happening is that the population is completely waking up to the fact that they have been bullshitted and lied to about cannabis for the best part of a century. And once that dawns on people, the realization at a direct personal level, here's this herb I love. I have been lied to, systematically misinformed by central government about this herb. That leads to questioning of everything that central government does. And so in that sense, it is a gateway to a questioning society. The psychedelics are different in that psilocybin actually does lead you to question stuff. Yes. It leads you to really ask questions about everything, about your role in the world, about you as a person, about how you relate to other people, and about the whole system on this planet and the beautiful, gorgeous planet that we have and what we're doing to it. That also enters awareness. So
it erodes confidence and authority, and it also erodes confidence and authority that doesn't have experiences that you've experienced.
Exactly.
That's the part of the problem, is that these people that are holding people back from these psychedelic experiences, they've never had them.
They've never had them.
So they don't even know what they're rallying against.
They're coming to it from a place of fear and prejudice. Yes. They're simply accepting stuff that they've been told without really thinking it through and examining it. And again, it's a failure of what human beings should be doing. We have to get rid of this fear.
And ironically, it's bad for them as well.
Of course.
Bad for the people that are actually encouraging these laws to be enforced.
Yes, it's bad for the whole of society.
Yes.
Because it is healthy for a society where adults become self-realized individuals, where they make their own responsible choices about their own lives, where they don't say, "Oh, government must make this choice for me." That's the next step for humanity. We need to start becoming our own leaders and making our own choices. And that is what's being revealed now that we're getting to the skull beneath the smile of the war on drugs. We're realizing that it's part of a big program of lying that has been about keeping people's minds closed down, not wanting free thinking. I've made this point several times, but our society is not against altered states of consciousness as such. Our society will allow Big Pharma to make billions of dollars with drugs that alter consciousness, like Seroxat and Prozac, antidepressants, which, in my opinion, having had some experience of them, are amongst the most horrible drugs on the planet. They are very harmful, very dangerous drugs, but they're completely legal and they're encouraged with our system. Likewise, alcohol, very dangerous drug, causes fights, causes drunk driving accidents, leads to cirrhosis of the liver, completely legal and open. Our society is not against altered states of consciousness. As such, it's against particular kinds of altered states of consciousness that lead to questioning of the existing control system. That's what's going on here.
Hear, hear. Well said.